Yo, 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 what is going on, COD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and today we have the update of updates. It has been a hot minute, right? Almost 2 weeks since we have heard anything, right? With the last update being in-game on November 4th, today being, at least as of recording this, the 17th. And we finally got something. So before we dive into it and give you all the details on what's going to be coming up, as always, if you enjoy the content, make sure you sub, like, ring the notification bell. And of course, if you want to join and be a part of our conversation, hit up the Discord. You can find a link to that in the pinned comment description right down below. Excuse me. Also remember that new videos are coming out every day at 9 a.m. Eastern Time /14 UTC in-game time. Okay, let's dive into it and talk about it. It's always fascinating where we can find sources of information, whether that be in-game and system mails, if it's on Discord in a random chat, if it's on the announcement channel, if it's on Facebook in a post or a reply post to someone who made a post. So today, however, we find ourselves getting some quality, what we could only assume is factual information coming from Call of Dragon CS in the help channel here on the official Discord. So I'm going to start top down. There's more goodies as we get lower, and then we're going to summarize. So it first starts off with, I think, one of the big questions we have a lot of people asking, which is about iOS, right? So COD CS does say that the team still needs time to develop the iOS version. They're going to strive to launch a better game when iOS and Android release, right? So again, that I guess is more of a response though to that specific question. Then we end up getting a mechanical question, and then if we go a little bit lower here, we see this person asked, "Thank you. I asked this because I don't have access to the game. I don't see it on the Play Store. That is because it did not release, maybe." COD CS says that's because the game is currently in the testing phase in some regions, right? So this kind of gives us the confirmation that we know, right? Game is in beta, but also that it's testing still in some of those regions with not releasing to a lot of others. And here's the other big one is it says, and the test quotas are already full. So this gives us the indication that they never intended to fill up the entire servers, right? This, to me, I think is actually really good news because it now tells us that the amount of players, or right, you can look at this one of two ways. One way of looking at it is that the amount of players that were allowed in the testing servers were not the full amount of players, right? So let's say, for example, each server can hold a capacity of 50,000 players, but they only allowed 10,000 players or 12,500 players to join servers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right, that means that when they go for global release, or if they lift those testing quota limitations, that then you'll have more player activity per each kingdom /server that is released. The other way of looking at it is they could just say maybe they're referring to the testing quotas as the amount of kingdoms overall, and they did actually, in fact, allow for the kingdoms to fill up to quota. However, I would like to believe that's not the case. Why do I say that? Because when you go into the game, and I'm going to give you an example here, right? Oh, so shocking how that just came up, but that worked out nice. So I'll give you an example here. If I go to my character account, right? One of the things, if I click create new character, you can see here, regular, crowded, full. This, to me, leans me in the direction that it's more of the former, meaning that they did not fill up each kingdom to max player capacity before they released a new one. That, if that's the case, that gives me a lot more hope for the future, because now kingdoms that are released when global comes will have a lot more player base, a lot more activity, and it's basically going to be a expanded version of everything we've been seeing so far within the first 4 kingdoms. So that, I think, is awesome. Okay, so let's go back. Now we get to the next one here, which is, as we scroll down a little bit, I want to kind of give you guys these things as they come up. Got to get my agua here. Okay. So, here we go. So, Here we go, right? We see someone asked about Australia release. So COD CS says we've launched registration in Australia. However, the registration is full now. We will release the new server soon time. For a specific date, we will announce info in advance. In advance here. Okay. So someone says Canada. Yes, the same as Australia. The new server, here we go. The new server will be launched around December. Okay? So, now I'm not sure if Australia was already available for pre-registration or not. I really wish they just gave us a list of like saying, hey, here's all the places that you're able to register in. But this is really big, right? Because we really haven't got any type of other information until this time that was seemingly really important. So as we scroll down, it says here, regions that have previously opened registration do not include the United States. We will forward this as a suggestion for our team for consideration. And then here we go. The new server, Server 5, is for beta. No clue about the global version at present. Dude, loving COD CS. However, I just wish that they would make these announcements in the announcements channel. Now, I also understand that, you know, if they're not ready to make an announcement, then my thought is just don't say anything. But I also want to say that that in the same breath, this to me is, it's not as though this individual is coming out and giving us a bunch of information, right? Sure, it's nice that they confirmed that Server 5 is still going to be in beta, that it's going to be coming out in December. And then the hope is that now, when they are ready, put out an announcement in-game and or on Discord. So, hang on, we're not done yet. So now, as we keep going, he says, understand you guys are curious about global version. However, we do not have any news about it, right? So, and again, I understand. Anytime. And then, let me see here. Here we go. Then we get the next one, which is now we get more details. And COD CS says Server 5 will release around early December, right? So now maybe we're thinking first week of December, right? I mean, I think second week is probably getting closer to mid, so I'd like to hope that we're talking the first week of early December, right? 1 through 7. I don't think there's anything else from what I saw. Oh yeah, here, some information about merging, right? This is another big thing. So COD CS says normally, right? So it says we have Steelheart asks, can we know if this end of season server merges will happen between 2 servers or all 4? Because in game it says this. COD CS responds, normally the 4 servers will be merged and enter season 2 together. But for the specific situation, please refer to the actual event deployment in the future game. So this is a little murky-ish, but maybe what he's saying, maybe what we can infer here is that the 4 servers will be merged together for season 2, but please, maybe he just means please refer to maybe more specific language that'll be added later, right? So part of me feels as though, yeah, maybe the 4 kingdoms are going to be merged, right? And it's not just going to be 2. And then Steelheart does ask, right, what do you mean? He says, that means please refer to the situation when Season 2 is officially opened, right? So what that means is that, yeah, probably we're going to have 4 kingdoms that are merged, and then it's just more of wait until the official in-game announcement, right? Maybe that's what they're more alluding to. So, and I think that's it. Yeah. So again, bunch of awesome information, right? Now we know that Server 5 is still going to be beta. Right, this gives us, and we know that the Server 5 is going to release early December, probably within the first week, is what we would hope at earliest. And number 3, that global release is probably not going to happen until maybe Q1 of 2023, so we're talking sometime next year. And then the 4th one is that we got a confirmation, I would say a soft confirmation, that Season 2 is going to happen with the first 4 kingdoms being merged together, at least until we hear otherwise. So to me, that is big information that we're finally hearing about some things that are going to be coming up in the game. And given that Titan's Legacy, which is that seasonal piece, and I'll show you guys that, this is the one we refer to where they have, it's in, if you go to, not Augerstone. If you go to your tasks here, main quest, and then you go here, Titan's Legacy, and you go to seasonal, oh gosh, hang on, am I in? Oh, wow, that's interesting. Oh, wow. That was not the case. Oh, it's because I'm still in server 1. So server 1's finished. But here, let me load up server 4's, and I'll just show you guys this real quick while I'm adding some filler in here. But now the idea is, because we've got this information, maybe we're going to get an announcement right sooner rather than later. And that can be something that we can now look forward to, right? If we're already starting to get bits and hints, maybe, I mean, my idea is that, I mean, who knows, right? Did this person leak that information on purpose? Did they not link it on purpose? It was an accident, and now someone's getting chewed out, and, you might have someone new covering that job. We'll see. But if I go to server 4, I'll show you here as an example of what I mean. If I go to Titan's Legacy and I click seasonal challenges, you can see, as of recording this video, 11 days and 18 hours, so a little less than 12 days left for them to finish their seasonal challenges. So because this is the oldest kingdom and they have the longest time thus far to finish this, the hope is that we would get an announcement by this time, if not earlier. That's my hopeful expectation based now on what we've heard from COD CSA. So for those of you that have been wondering when you're going to be able to get into the game and join, this is going to be your next opportunity. So what I will say is this. For those of you that have not yet pre-downloaded the game, right, via an APK, or if you're already able to pre-register, what I would recommend you doing, I have a video out, and I'm going to put a link to that in the description right near the top, and it's how to play, install, download, and install Call of Dragons right now. Right, because you kind of have to do a VPN trick, if you will, if you're trying to download it from a region that is not eligible or activated for you to download the game in at this time. So by doing that, what it allows for you to do is download the game, so that way you download, you install, and then all you have to do when server 5, because it's going to be first come, first serve, right? Remember, the registrations are really more for like the milestone additional rewards when global release comes registration that you can find on that Farlight website. That's more what that is specifically for. But you'll be able to do this, so when server 5 releases, all you have to do is open the game and you're in, right? As long as it hasn't filled up, of course, at that time, I should say that. But man, this is awesome. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. This is so cool that we're finally getting a big update here, even though it came through kind of non-conventional means. Still awesome to get some more information, and can't wait for those of you to play who have yet to be able to get into Call of Dragons. So this is your opportunity. Try not to miss it. Of course, again, not everyone's going to get in, but at least you have a chance now with some of this new information that you can start preparing ahead of time. That's it for me. Again, this has been a wild one. As always, fam, until next time, I will catch you later.